Huh? Oh, let's get into the review. Psylocke from the X-Men. This is another Mafex. This is the final Mafex figure I'm reviewing, I think, as far as X-Men go. This one is my own. This one I get to own for myself, okay? Thank you, Vex and Toys. Check out that channel for sending me all the Mafex prior to this. However, you didn't send me this one. This one is thanks to Nerd Urbanity. You'll find great deals like $87.99. I mean, that's a pretty good price because sometimes you can't even find her, and a lot of times the US prices are $100 and up. So if you want to get your own, head over to nerdurbanity.com and buy one before they're gone. You might not even make it to the end of the video. Here we go with Psylocke. Looking at the front of the box, it's got that comic book look, and there you go, just for reference. Hey, that's her from the comics. Can we pinch and zoom? Pinch and zoom. And back of the box, you get all of these figure shots in action, but this is probably my favorite part. Look, all of those goodies. I love accessories, and unlike Wolverine, you're seeing a lot of accessories here, much like the Gambit. Now let's open it, because the good stuff's on the inside. There's a lot of stuff to look at, so let's just jump right into it, dang it. Now, unique with this one is there are actual instructions in the box, which I've not seen with the other figures, so this is, oh boy, when you have instructions, you really gotta put some work in and use your reading part of your brain, which is yucky. Some of the stuff we could figure out. It's like we've seen with some other figures, but you can swap out some parts, and I guess this is, you can actually, okay, all right, well, whoa.
Hey, dude, you know that's a toy.
Technically, it's an adult collectible.
Adult collectible? Well, whatever. It's a toy. Well, look at it.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, grow up, man. It's really weird. And then people are going to say something about jars or whatever that's like, you know, a younger generation doesn't make any sense to you what they mean by that, which I'm pretty sure is just something gross.
Okay, oh, yeah, sorry. Anyway, let's get into all of the details here. All right, we got to talk about the stand. The stand is pretty much what we've seen with most of the Mafex. Sometimes they don't come with the same set of pieces. So you get this standard thing that I don't know what the point is. And then I guess you could put it like this if you want to go straight up with it. Whatever. Sometimes I don't know why they do this. Why is this? What's the problem here? You can remove this piece from this. So go back and in any of those videos, this is what you do. You remove that part, and then you can build your Reach Around 4000 and have a nice crotch grabbing stand, which is cool for those that like to do that. Otherwise, you got your standard twisty arms to do your standard posy flight stand stuff, and she's definitely gonna be one to do that because she's super cool, man. So you get a left and right of this hand, which is just a nice classic hand. You gotta have some relaxed up, or maybe she's using them for other things. I don't know. You got these gripping hands on left and right so she can hold the swords that come in the box, which is important. And this one, which is just a good classic Psylocke hand that's gonna hold up parts somewhere. Something somewhere. This, probably. And these punchy doos, because you know it. We've said it before. X-Men do what? X-Men attack. What do you think I was gonna say? Then we've got some effects in the box, which you get a left and right of this, but you notice the blue in there. Look at that. Her hand is pre-molded, which I like. That's a good way to do it. So you get a nice solid lock onto the peg. So you get this little disc thing here, which is gonna be a power for something, and then you put it right there onto that peg. Boom, look at that. It's pretty sweet. It looks really good. And you get these, which you kind of see here. It's like an action effect. So you get it going down the arm, because there's the hand on the inside. So you would plug this in and have it going down the arm. Looks awesome, probably like you saw in the box already. So I didn't even need to tell you that, but I did. Okay, let's move on. And you get these, which are things that we saw right from the instruction sheet. So when you pop the handle out, there you go. You just got a handle, which is designed so that you can have this attached in her hand or something or whatever. And then you can just, yeah, you know, I don't need to tell you that, how it works. Isn't that my whole point of me being here? And then you get two of these, an actual sword for slicing and dicing, chopping up people and, you know, making them into bloody bits. Then you get this, which is a replacement for her waistband. So you can actually have the swords attached to her instead of this one dangling here. So you would, as we saw from the instructions, you would pop her apart like that, so she's intended to, which is cool. This alternate head, which is in attack mode, she's gritting teeth. Look at the details on this thing, this is nice. If you get really, really close into the camera like I'm doing right now, then you can see the kind of printing technique for all those dots. But when you use your normal human eyeballs, it looks great. You don't see those details at all. And then you got some black wash going on in the hair to give it some more depth, which is nice. And then on, by default, this head, which looks really, really good, okay? I'm just gonna say I'm a fan. That's the easiest thing to say. I'm a fan, all right? Without getting too weird about it. I don't want to get weird and say something that's inappropriate because it's oh boy. I'm a fan.
Hey, come on. Dude, what are you, he's doing it again.
Oh,
Let's just get back to the video.
yeah. I know we talked about it earlier, but it's just, I thought it was funny to do that.
This is getting weird.
Yeah, sorry. And she's got these kind of relaxed hands on by default, which of course you need. Now, I gotta point out, these head sculpts are great, but what does it make me want? An Olivia Munn custom 112 sculpt to put on there. Who's making that? I'll Google it. But then you get the rest of the figure here. This is a pretty good design as far as like trying, you know, sometimes when there's not a lot of clothing, it gets hard to make the joints look good, but I think they've done a nice job here. So you still get butterfly joints, which is always a plus. Huge fan of that. You just gotta sometimes line things up because maybe you get these weird shoulders, but you know, it kind of comes with the territory of having no sleeve. A jacket or something to hide that stuff in the folds. However, the articulation could be better. I mean, this is like a little bit more than 90 degrees in the elbow, which is a little unfortunate. So, I don't know, for a character that you would definitely have like super dynamic poses with, that's a little bit unfortunate. And then, of course, with the hair like this, it's gonna cause a lot of limitations for poses because you can't really turn the head that much, like at all. So you would either need a totally different hairstyle, you would need articulation in the hair. Maybe this one will really help, but then she's angry all the time. Whatever. Continuing, she's got the head and neck articulation, great diaphragm articulation, the waist and everything, so the rest of the body is great. And the articulation's good. Butt cheeks.
It's just plastic, man.
Come on, dude. I'm just trying to have fun with the video.
Just review the thing.
Just look at it.
Oh.
Right? Am I right? Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, that makes things a little more difficult because, wowzers.
All right. So we can agree. It's juicy.
Yeah. Well, I gotta go. I can't. This is.
Yeah. Yep. Moving on. We've got double jointed knees, which is good. Ball joints on the feet and toe articulation, which I'm a big fan of. Okay, and apparently Dan Larson is not a fan of toe articulation. The worst thing about the sculpt is this, but I don't know what else you're gonna do. I mean, you have to. If you want a good, you deal with it, okay? Deal with it. Okay. So I think if there's awesome poses that you're familiar with her from the... If there's awesome poses from the comics that you would like to get her into, you could definitely do that, okay? I think this is gonna be a great one to articulate and mess around with and have a good time. No. So the waistband thing, did we talk about that a little bit? Let's pop that off, get rid of that, put this on there, and now you have maybe one of the most uncomfortable ways to carry swords. But it looks cool in a comic book. This is such a cool figure. I'm telling you right now, this is one of the top ones in the line. Why? Because there's so many cool things happening here. Not only is it posed honestly really well, but you also get all of these accessories which make for an incredible figure. I mean, good God, show me a Hasbro that comes with this many accessories. And especially a Psylocke in this costume, which also would be probably not as accurate. Look, if you want a comic accurate Psylocke, this is the one. There's no other place to look except for right here. So stay with me. Look at that. I love this. This is so, so good. It's classic of the character. You're getting the look. You just need the Olivia Munn of it. All of these effects really make for such a great, fun way to mess around with the figure. I am so happy to have this and so happy to have Gambit. So don't miss out on these. The link is in the description to Nerd Urbanity. And look, you're going to help a veteran. Who doesn't want to do that? Thank you all for being here. That's not how I end it. But that's it. Yes. Is it worth it? Yes. I'm going to say yes. For sure. I think I made that pretty clear probably throughout the entire thing. There's just some really good assets. What kind of channel has this become? If you enjoyed this review, then click the top one there to watch another Mafex review. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Well, we have a lot of stuff to check out, so let's just jump in, and then of course we'll compare it to this Gambit that is basic.